What's going on, guys? This week has been amazing for video game announcements, and pretty much all the ones that really tickled my fancy are coming to the Switch, so let's talk about it. Before we go into the release news, though, there is one big thing of regular old video game news I kind of wanted to say here. I am not someone who doesn't have a lot of stock in the Last of Us story, but I thought this story is kind of funny. The Last of Us 2, obviously there's a lot of controversy right now with the story. A lot of people are upset. I'm not going to have any spoilers here, because quite frankly, I don't even really know everything. But right now there's a petition on change.org, kind of like how they did with Mass Effect 3, where they want to change the plot. To make it a better game, they claim to say. Like I said, I have no horse in this race, but I do find it kind of funny. The only thing I do know about this situation, for those who don't really know much about the series, the big thing that has upset a lot of people takes place very early in the game. So when I hear of a change.org petition to change the plot, it's not like Mass Effect where you just change the ending and maybe add a DLC new ending. You're literally pretty much remaking an entire game. Yeah, I mean, I know as of recording this, they're already well into the 5-figure digits of people signing it, but I'm just gonna let you know that ain't happening. I mean, let's be real, you can't change that much game. It'd be one thing if it was the very, very end, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? It seems kind of like a weird one to me. But enough about that. We gotta talk about games being announced this week. I'm gonna start off big. This is my favorite thing that got announced this week. The people who make Earth Defense Force are making 2 new Earth Defense Force games. What's Earth Defense Force, you ask? Let me show you real quick. Earth Defense Force, if you don't know, is the best game ever. It's just mindless arcade co-op couch fun, blow stuff up, have a great time, and 2 new games were announced. One of them is going to be EDF 6, which we don't have a trailer for, but they do have a website that has a bunch of pictures. Another thing, I don't think we need to worry about generation of consoles. These games have never been graphical powerhouses, and the slowdown has just come from so much stuff being on the screen at once. But if you look at the pictures, they're not the highest quality, so it's not it's really utilizing the new systems. But another thing that really jumped out at me, at first I didn't know how to feel about it, but it's really growing on me. They have a new Switch version of EDF. It's crazy. It's basically has Minecraft graphics, and that's the thing that kind of caught me at first. Was do I like this graphic style? But then I got to thinking about it. And if you've ever played an EDF game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay. The gameplay loop is so satisfying. You go through, you kill giant insects, you blow up literally everything. As you do that, you get better weapons to go back and kill more giant insects. It's just mindless fun. And the cool thing is every game they've had so far has been couch co-op, and then the future titles, of course, had online co-op, but not only that, it had couch co-op, online co-op. So I could be here hanging out by myself playing, while 2 of my best friends in Florida are in the same room on the same console playing couch co-op, and we're all playing online together. They've done it right. They've made a series that is fun. I'm a diehard fan. I own every version of this game. I have all the ones. I had to import all the ones on PS4 because I had to have physical copies. But what do you guys think? I feel like there's gonna be 2 camps here. There's gonna be a group of people who are crazy excited right now hearing this news. Another group of people who are what's EDF? And those people are wrong. You need to learn, because this game is the bomb. Of course, the biggest mainstream announcement this week is definitely Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And you know what? At first I really was kind of I didn't really care too much. Not because I don't like Crash Bandicoot, but Crash Bandicoot wasn't my go-to platformer of that generation. The PS1, 64 generation, I was big into the 64, so I was always Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64. And when it came to PlayStation, I was actually a big Spyro fan. But that's not to say that the Crash Bandicoot games are bad or anything, it's just wasn't the ones I played. That being said, I did love Crash Bandicoot 3 a lot. I don't know if that's a popular opinion or not, I really don't know enough about the fandom. But Crash Bandicoot 4, this one looks really cool. It looks like they've really modernized it. It seems like it still kind of has that linear track like you're used to with the games, but it does feel a little bit wider, you know, if you know what I mean. Because the original games, it's more like a small, narrow path, and narrow being the key word. In this one, it looks like there's a lot more space. It's still a direct path, but a lot more space, and it looks really cool, really interesting, and of course the graphics look amazing. So I'm pretty excited for that. But hey, what do you guys think? Are you guys Crash Bandicoot fans? Is this the game you're looking for? Are you glad it was announced? Because I think a lot of you might be. Back to Switch games, this announcement is awesome. The only thing I don't like about it is so far it seems to be only on the eShop, and I'm hoping with the limited run games type companies out there that there's going to be a collection eventually, and that is the NEOGEO Pocket Color Collection. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a little bit, I'm a huge NEOGEO Pocket Color fan. I've talked about it several times in several videos. In fact, if you check out my unboxing video of the Pix and Love Samurai Showdown for Switch, it came with a physical copy of a NEOGEO Pocket Color game on the Switch. So it's the same type thing. If you look at that video, or if you just look online around, you'll see that the way they do it is they have a border that is the NEOGEO Pocket Color itself. That you can choose. Of course you can turn that off, but it has a rewind feature, all sorts of great features. You can change which handheld console it is. This looks amazing. I am super hyped. I'm personally gonna hold out, I think, until we get a little more word. I have a gut feeling that they're gonna do some physical copies, not Nintendo themselves, but a limited company, you know, one of those super rare games, whoever. I just have a gut feeling it's gonna happen. But let me know what you think. Is this an anthology you're kind of looking to pick up on the eShop, or are you like me and you might want to wait out, or do you just not really care about them? I'm very interested. Let me know in the comments down below. Speaking of retro games, I loved Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. If you watched my very first video I ever made on this channel, which is Something Old, Something New, I compared Bloodstained and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I swear to God, I'm actually going to do another Something Old, Something New. I do promise I will do that. I actually have it all edited. I'm just incredibly lazy. But that being said, Castlevania Curse of the Moon came out first, and it was kind of originally it was a backer game. It was in the same style as Castlevania 3 on the NES, same graphics, same kind of switch out the characters kind of thing, and I personally loved it. I think everyone loved it, and in fact a lot of people like it more than Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I don't know if I fall into that group, but it's definitely a great game, and here's an awesome thing. They have announced a second one. That's right. Inti Creates is making a second Castlevania Curse of the Moon. Castlevania. A second Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. And it is coming out. They have Zangetsu's still the main character, except for now they have 3 new characters. They have like this cool sniper guy, but the one that really stands out to me is you know, my dog Pippin is getting some representation. There is a corgi that pilots a train mobile suit Gundam robot, and oh man, I am hyped for this. Now this game, like I said, the first one I 100% beat it. Every ending, it is amazing. It is really good. Has like the perfect amount of challenge. Inti Creates is I've said it many times, one of my favorite companies, especially on the Switch. I love playing their games handheld. I've actually rebought several of their games just to have a handheld version of it. Most recently, I actually picked up the Gunvolt pack, which, by the way, if you can find that, great game. At GameStop for some reason still has them very cheap used when they're kind of expensive online. Interesting fact. But Inti Creates, man, they throw down when it comes to making some Switch games, and I'm pumped that they have finally said, hey, you know, we took this little indie game that we made just for the heck of it, and we're making a sequel. So what do you guys think, man? Did you play the first one? Because it's good, and if so, are you hyped for the second one like I am? Last game release I'm going to talk about, I loved YsIX. I loved it so much. I got the super cool collector's edition big box from NIS America. In fact, I actually got that before I started this channel. If you guys would want me to do an unboxing, I would oblige. Let me know below if you want me to unbox that thing. I'll definitely make a video on that if enough people, or really, if one person says, I would like to see what's in that box, I will make a video of it. Anyway, YsIX was announced. YsIX, of course, has already come out in Japan, but it is getting localized for the West. And not only that, NIS America, once again, is making a new big collector's box for it. I've already pre-ordered it. NIS is one of those companies where they do a fair amount of stock, so it's not like you really need to, rush there and click day one. So there's plenty to go around as of making this video. But yes, YsIX, oh man, if it is anything like YsIX, I am super pumped. I don't know anything about the story. A lot of people have looked up the Japanese one, of course, and already know exactly what's going on. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go in totally blind. The Ys series, it's kind of weird. It's like the universe, it's sometimes continuous, sometimes not continuous. It's, I kind of chalk up like a Dragon Quest style thing. I go in, it's like, hey, this is all new to me. Each world is a different world, even if they do connect. I just, it's usually a big enough gap. But this game looks great. The first one, the 8th one, I was pumped for. I really enjoyed it. It was a really great game, so I'm very excited for this one. But what do you guys think? If you're an action JRPG fan, and you don't know about the series, I definitely recommend looking into it. But, hey, what do you think about this game coming out? Let me know. And I'm going to end it with our little conversations, how we like to do at the end of the news videos. This one's kind of weird. I had someone reach out to me on my Facebook page, which, by the way, there's a Blips and Pips Facebook page now. And they asked if I would do, long plays, Let's Plays. I've never thought about doing that before. But the question I'm going to ask you guys is that something y'all would want? I'm not going to waste my time making a bunch of, Let's Play, long play videos if no one watches them. But, if you guys want to listen to me in the background, play through a game or something, let me know. Let me know down below. And also, if you do, throw in a recommendation. And you know what? If everyone's looking at the comments down there, and you see someone makes a recommendation that you like, upvote it. And, maybe I'll start with which one looks the best. I don't know, whatever. But, hey, throw it down, or what do you think? Do you want me to do something like that? If not, totally cool too. Save me a lot of time of having to edit. But that's the question this week. And that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Man, these Switch announcements were awesome. Please comment down below on anything I talked about today, because there is some bonkers stuff coming out. That being said, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I love it when you guys join the old Blips and Pips crew. And as always, take it easy.